Welcome to the resort walkthrough of the Sandos Finisterra in Los Cabos. In this walkthrough, we're just doing the resort. We're not going through any of the rooms. There is another video specifically to the room that we had. You do your check-in on the lowest level, but we're going to start this way at the top on the 7th floor, which is the main hub for food and entertainment. Once you get out from the elevators, if you're coming from the lower levels, so if you're in one of the Ocean View suites, then you'll go over a sky bridge, which is where the Finisterra suites, casitas, deluxe bay views are, as well as most of the dining. Don Diego is where the breakfast buffet is, as well as the Mexican restaurant at night. Up this ramp and continued on, you'll find the Amelia Italian restaurant, as well as the Stone Club's nightclub, and the Whale Watchers sports bar. You can continue on the ramp and use stairs, or there is an elevator, as you can see right at the very entrance. You just have to go up the ramp a little bit. At the very top, on the opposite side of the Whale Watchers, is the event area. As we carry on, you'll get up to the theater bar area, which is usually empty throughout the day, so it's a nice area to chill. Beside the bar area is the theater, where nightly events happen. Around the corner from here, as we continue on the patio, we'll notice the marina is down, and then there is the spa, which is not something we usually go to, but it is right by the theater. I did say there's quite a workout when you're at this resort, so if you continue up the steps, you'll notice that there is the Cupcake Cafe. Right at the Cupcake Cafe, you'll find the nightly entertainment board to see what is playing at the theater. Unfortunately, I didn't think to grab video while I was in the Cupcake Cafe, but it is full of hot and cold drinks as well as treats. From here, you have a spectacular view of the marina and the town below. And if you continue to look on, you can see the cruise ships coming in. They don't dock right on shore. They dock out, and boats come in and take them to shore from there. Next to the Cupcake Cafe at the very end here is the bathrooms on the upper level. The men's bathroom has an interesting feature where you can see out the marina from it. From there, there's a few photo ops as well. So we have an area here to put all your recycling and trash. And then a little bit further down, there is the Sandos logo for photos. So we took a photo showing the Sandos as well as showing the marina in the background. It's also a great place to get some nighttime shots, as well as some shots of the cruises coming in and seeing those little boats that I was talking about. As we zip through back to the area around Don Diego with the ramp, as we walk up that ramp or take the elevator, we can stop here at the Amelia restaurant. So they do have limited outdoor seating, as you can see, but the majority is inside. It's a nice little spot in the middle of all of the things going up to that Whale Watcher and community convention area. Just a little bit further up is the nightclub, and then from there we can continue up to where that Whale Watchers is. When we got there, it was still closed, but it was quite the interesting thing inside. You can see whales from it. But little known fact, there was a little area next to it, down a couple of stairs that nobody was ever really in, so we chilled in there more often than not when people couldn't find us. Across from the Whale Watchers, when we backtrack, there are stairs up with these lovely green areas. This is where some of the VIP suites are, as well as the convention center. And so from here, we have an amazing view. It is pretty much empty unless there is an event going on, but you can see they do have a bar for when an event is happening. We were up here a few times playing cribbage just because it was an easy spot that was cooler. And then if you walk to the very, very edge up here, it is another beautiful view. It's just a little bit higher up, so you can see some more of those mountain peaks, as well as some of the landscaping that they've done up here, given that Los Cabos is more desert than you would have in other parts of Mexico. So at this point, we're going to go back down to the main level, but we're going to take the stairs down because they are iconic. The stairs are a little uneven, so you got to take it a little slow, at least as you're getting yourself situated. But you'll notice things like this water feature along the way. You'll also notice strategically placed places to rest. It is a long way. We're about halfway now, and you can see we're below the bridge. Around the area, we can see places to remove your trash as well, so that people don't just throw it around. So now that we're on the main level, let's go into the lobby bar, which is a separate room in the main level. Beside that is your entrance down to the beach area and pools. Here we have the towel shack where you can replace your towels as you go through. It is at the uppermost pool. And at the middle pool, sometimes this area is open for a little shop that sells small souvenirs. This is the adults only area. And throughout the week, there was a lot of water aerobics happening out here. It does tend to be a little quieter, but not as quiet as that uppermost pool. Throughout the day, they do have random individuals doing some musical numbers as well, though, so it's not always quiet here. They do also have this rinse-off station, so you can always make sure that you are sand-free or chlorine-free as you wander around. As we get to the lowest pool, this is the kids' pool. There is a lot of activities that happen here as well. And this wooden structure area is where the cooking classes and crafts take place, and this is the pizzeria and sushi place. It's only open at lunch, but I will say we didn't have anything that wasn't super delicious, but it can take a bit of time as they are one of the only places open at lunch. Now, I've said kids pool a few times, and I want to be clear. This is a kid-friendly pool, but it's not a kiddie pool. It is deep. There are still sections where there's hot tubs and there's activities that happen here. It's just that it allows for children, and it's not adults only, and it's not the super quiet pool. As we continue down the pavement path, we end up at Tortuga, which is the beach restaurant open at night. There's nothing like eating a meal and looking at the beach as the stars are above you. Right across from there is another events center, so they can have multiple events happening at the same time. While we were here, we only saw one event, and it was on the upper level. We didn't end up seeing any events happening down here, but you can see it would be quite nice to have one there. Beside that is an entrance down to the beach. There are 2 or 3 of them. I'll have a separate video walking the beach because we did end up walking quite a bit down here. But on the beach there is a VIP section for those who have those upgraded rooms, as well as another area for a wedding on the beach, and a spot for spa massages while on the beach. We'll go up one of the main stairs, and this is at the other side of that kid-friendly pool. And once again, we do have a shower to be able to rinse off that sand that will stick to you as you go in. One thing about the sand here is if you're used to like the fine sand of Cuba or the Maya Riviera, it's quite coarse here. And I'll show that again in the later video on the beach, but I just wanted to speak to that. Along the path, there is also a section shown here between the 2 resorts that's for Finisterra that has a soccer, and then at times it'll have a volleyball net up as well. Up back near the towel shack, they actually have a nice little botanical garden, for lack of a better term, where you can walk through the middle and they'll show plaques for what each of the plants are. At night, 1 day a week while we were there, they were also doing an appreciation event including these fire shows. I don't want to show too much of it, but I would highly recommend you go. While going through, I would also suggest you go looking around. On the 5th floor on the side we were on, there was actually another hidden spot where you could go and chill and play cribbage or just be away from all the excitement that was going on. We also did walk down and walk on this main area going into the marina and had food in town at one point. That's it for this walkthrough. Again, stay tuned for a future one on the beach and take a look at the room tour we did a couple weeks back. Otherwise, if you like this type of content and want to see more, please take a moment, like and subscribe. It helps us tremendously. Thank you.